Hello, welcome to day 2 of the Adepticon Championships. Day 1's done and dusted. It's actually day 4, maybe day 5 of the event. Losing track of time here. We had the Wednesday started, everyone started filling up. There was no Warhammer events on, it was just generally sort of setting up. Thursday, we had the How You Use It events, team event on Friday. Saturday, day 1, the championships, and now going to the final day of the gaming. And so, 8 hours time. We should have a winner. We're all done and dusted. We're only 5 rounds here, which is interesting. With 150 players, only 5 games to separate those players. So far, I've had an amazing event. I've played some really nice guys. Seen some great armies as well. The standard of armies here is really impressive, and there's something about the paint style as well that I'm really liking. Everything's really bright, really colourful, bold colours, really clean paint scheme. In the UK, a lot of the really nice top armies are very muted and real, like earthy tones and real skin tones. Whereas over here, I've seen a lot that are almost cartoony in the brightness. And I'm a big fan of that style. It's kind of the Wayne Kemp style, the way he paints as well. Yeah, definitely a huge fan. So it's looking good for us guys. Me and Mark are both on 3 wins. Mark got the chance to play against another Tomb King army, first game yesterday. So a good Tomb King off, and he got a good win. I'm not sure what he's been playing since then. I'll have to catch up with him on a future video, hopefully. Gareth started off with a win, but has gone downhill from there. He's been really close in both his games. He actually played Teclis game 2 and death sniped Teclis with his level 1 Necromancer after Teclis had done an irresistible dwellers and taken out the Vampire Lord, the BSB, and a couple more characters, and just left this level 1 Necromancer alive. And he got his revenge by killing Teclis with a single Spirit Leech. But Gareth still went down in that one, so not so good for him. In his third game, he was actually playing a guy with Warriors of Chaos, and he was all set to roll him. The Vampire Lord had got into the Warrior unit with only a few models left, and all he had to do was kill 2 Warriors and just wipe them out to break this guy's fortitude. And with the Mark and Nurgle, Vampire needed force to hit, only got 1 hit. With his rerolls, still only managed to 1 hit and only killed 1 Chaos Warrior. And the remaining Chaos Warrior killed the Vampire Lord. So a bit of bad luck for Gareth, but apparently it's quite close in all his games. Myself, I've been doing pretty well. I'm a bit annoyed with myself. I made some silly mistakes. The first game was fine. I played a nice guy called Peter. He didn't really know what he was doing. He was still new to the game, new to the rules. For example, I had to teach him how to use his skull cannon, so I had to talk him through skull cannoning me off. Luckily, his misfire stuck in the ground in front of his target, so I was quite fortunate for that one. But I managed to bring down his Bloodthirster. He was using the big Forge World, the massive Bloodthirster. He was using that model, and it really did look great, but he still had a lot of the army to finish painting, and so when it gets there, it'll be good. Game 2, I played Kev Bruins, so anyone who's a regular podcast listener might have heard of him on all the shows that he likes to get himself in on. And he had a fantastic looking Beastman army, and he was like a warped mutant army. So really nice conversions. Every model in the army was converted. No single straight out the box model in the list, which was just incredible. We've seen a lot of that over here in the Adepticon event, where every single model is customised and none of it's stock. So Kev's army was pretty cool. He had a big block of gore. I think it was 4 or 5 chariots, 2 Gorgons as well, which I was really pleased to see. Both from the fact of someone's actually bought 2 Gorgons, and from the fact that I got to play against 2 Gorgons. And that was mainly the difference in the game. I could afford to go and deal with the Gorgons, get some easy points, 2 Gorgons and a Razor Gore for a good 600 points, and then come back and deal with the rest of his army after I'd delayed it with Dark Riders and Harpies. In this game, I took my eye off the ball on the scenario, and I let 3 scenario points slip for sure that I could have got with no effort, and then I probably could have got another 2 if I'd have been thinking about it earlier in the game. So I got 20 out of that one out of a possible 25. So I'm a bit annoyed with myself for letting that slip, but Kev, on the other hand, knew early on that he was going to lose on battle, so he concentrated on trying to pick up as many scenario points as he could. So he got a 5 for losing, but he still picked up quite a few points and got his score bumped up. Okay, so round 3, I played a guy with Chaos Dwarfs, and there's a lot of Chaos Dwarfs here, really a lot. In the UK, we see a few. But I'd say out of 150 players, I've seen more than 10, which seems like a big amount. Most of them are different as well. This one has 4 war machines, so he had the Kadai, but he also had the 2 Death Shriekers, 2 Magma Cannons. And we played a scenario which was very fortunate for myself. Played Blood and Glory, so I could set up 15 inches in. And then the scenario rules let you vanguard a core unit, and that core unit is also your opponent's objective to kill to get more scenario points. So I ended up with 4 vanguarding units and 3 scouting units, and won the first turn. And because he couldn't set up within 9 inches of the table edge, I had Dart Riders behind his army on turn 1. So it was a really good scenario for me. I was able to get my Pegasus Riders into the war machines and the Dart Riders into the war machines and just clean it up. I lost a Hydra to an Infernal God unit in a single round. They ran in and chinned me and took the Hydra out in one go, and I lost some Harpies. But other than that, I didn't really need to kill much more of his army because Fortitude eventually broke when I got his Sorcerer Prophet and his Hobgoblins and left him with not enough Fortitude points. So that's my game. So it's gone quiet in the hall behind me, so it probably means the doors are open for day 2 of the event. I'm looking forward to going on in and seeing how I've done overall, what my points are so far compared to everyone else, and see who I'm playing for Game 4 this morning. So thanks for watching, guys. Keep tuned in to the updates. You know, subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get all the notifications on these videos every time we put one out. And I'll see you on the next one.